second winner bracket semifinal. Let us go into it. Hawk is waiting in the winners final. TJW thrown down after a long and entertaining series into the lower brackets. Spiral certainly the favorite against NightEnd. It is Germany versus Romania on Concealed Hill.
Concealed Hill in this matchup recently, for many orcs out there, not just the Europeans, not just the Spirals out there, has involved a lot of expanding and Farseer and TC play. There's a very strong creep route on this map to ensure a strong Farseer and a good transition into the expansion. And I'm very certain that we're going to be seeing here from Spiral as well. He was playing Blade Master the other day against Undead on Northern Isles, but I'm pretty sure it's going to be a Farseer here.
Yeah, that seems to fit his playstyle a little more. Also concealed very good. He was so strong against Juan on this very map with this ultra fast expansion at around, like, what was it? 30, 20, 28 supply or something. It is the Farseer. Juan played right into his hands. He knew exactly what's up. Do we know what NightEnd is playing in this matchup in general? He was a fan of the Necromancers for a while too.
Yeah, the old Necros, when they had Cripple as their first spell and Skeletons as their second, but the Necros have been reverted back to their previous version, so it's the list of spells in ascending order is Raise Dead. Wait, is it called Raise Dead or Raise Skeletons?
Raise Dead.
Raise
No,
Dead.
wait. Isn't that the... Oh, yeah. Or is that the ultimate of the DK? Animate Dead.
Animate Dead.
Animate
yeah, that's
Dead.
killed. Of course we know that. Yeah, and Cripple later. I don't know what he's playing nowadays, honestly. I haven't seen NightEnd play in a long time. I feel like he hasn't streamed in forever as well.
Yeah, he has tweeted recently that he played a bit again and got desyncs and all. To be honest, I haven't seen or experienced any desyncs in forever since it happened.
Like it's only him.
Last time I saw it was during WGTL, but that was of course with Reforged graphics, and then there was a patch, so feels like desyncs are kind of out of fashion right now. By the way, thank you Gabba Show for the 5-month resub. Yo boy, sick games indeed. And Sonic with the 100 bits. You guys make the workday much more enjoyable. Thanks for the content. Thanks for the cheer.
You're still at work? It's 7 p.m. Well, I guess you might be living somewhere else.
Yeah.
It's 7 p.m. here though.
He could be in like East Coast, North America. And it's still the middle of the day for him.
What time is it there now? 6? Is it 6 hours earlier?
Yeah. Oh, here we go again. Farseer dragging out the creeps, and with that, we can...
This seems familiar, doesn't it?
Uh-huh. NightEnd should have watched ESL Meisterschaft.
You can't allow this. You can't allow this creep route. This is just way too good. 2 grunts only creeping the expansion so early.
Yeah.
Farseer rushing level 3. This is level 3, right? Yeah. These 3 camps at the edge of the map are level 3. Yeah. This is too strong.
Also the tech.
I mean, it's not... You know, it's too strong if you don't interfere. You have to interfere. Crystal Ball. By the way, if there's any Hawk subs in chat, I would love to see the Crystal Ball emote right now.
Glad for NightEnd is scouting if Spiral is coming his way. He's creeping up towards his level 3 as well with the normal Fiend build. And yeah, it is again the 26 supply expansion. The Spiral special.
Illusion does see what's going on, but can NightEnd actually cancel it?
So far away. He's so far away and under pressure. And it's wolves too, obviously, so send them into the base.
Player's forces are
And wreaking havoc there as well.
So much mana on the Farce here as well. It's got unlimited woofies and a few Chain Lightnings also. Tier 2 now finished. TC starts. And the Lich on the undead side. Oh, dude, that Slaughterhouse could actually be getting cancelled. Slaughter and Temple. Tier 2 all in.
Okay.
Is it Necros or Banshees?
And 2 series in a row with Necro Wagons. That's absolutely crazy!
Necros produce way faster. Necro upgrade is way faster. And they're also cheaper.
But they don't have Curse.
Don't have Curse.
Yeah, but you need Curse against this army?
I mean, against every army, Curse is good. Every army has right-click damage.
Yeah, I think if he feels desperate and feels like Spiral is definitely the better player than this cheese strat with the Necro Wagons, might be working the best. We also have no Dispel on the way, it's just a Bestiary. Not even single target Dispel. Keep an eye on that tempo.
He's got the resources.
Here we
Necros!
go.
Okay.
Holy shit. 2 series in a row Necros. What the hell?
Still playing the Necros, even if they don't have Cripple anymore. At the beginning.
Again, I'm so... That was my call, pretty much, right? I know so much about the scene. And every single player. So a little fight at the lab now. Statue is helping NightEnd, but this is just so much distraction. Oh, surround, not too bad. Can he fight out with the Chain Lightning? The first Necro is coming. Doesn't want the Chain Lightning apparently. There was a coil and that's a TP. But he knows about the Necros.
Yeah. And that cost him a TP, but bought so much time, so much space. Totally worth it. Farsi could return to harass. Would definitely have to make sure he doesn't get surrounded this time, but could still do it. The wolves are still strong. Two Necros only so far. No more. Also no adept training.
Also no wagon. Just Grey's dead without corpses.
You have to go adept training, right? When you have Necros already. On the Lich and Fiends, it's really good. Unholy Frenzy. Spiral's kind of exposing his expansion. He doesn't have a TP to get over there quickly anymore.
Yeah, speed scroll.
Town is under siege.
Oh, big mana potion for the TC, by the way. And the heal scroll, but this might actually work. Needs corpses, though, for this to be really effective. Okay, that's the way to get corpses. Nova Coil, right clickers.
But here comes Spiral. Doesn't have level 3 yet, but does have that big mana pot.
PC lining up. That was a good one. No follow-up. Here's the Chain Lightning on the skeletons. I wonder if that's worth it. Codebus is coming in as well. He really wants these fiends. DK kind of hurt. Still has quite some mana. Speed scroll on the peons. That is some quick income. Chain Lightning again, but it's only level 1.
There's just no damage for NightEnd. Doesn't have an orb, doesn't have a third hero, barely had any novas. And he's only got a few skeletons. Alright, finally some grunts are dying. Lich committed the big mana potion, TC did the same. Oh, and the Lich is in trouble! No coil for him! Lich is dead. And that should be the end of this push. Another Fiend gets devoured. NightEnd down in the dumps now with 37 supply only left. Another Stomp, a few more right clicks leading to more kills. This is the first game. GG.
Yo! That's true. That didn't work out too well. Spiral dominates the early game, gets everything he needs. Fast tech, fast expo, fast level 3. good items, and all of a sudden, Knight of Coventry. But yeah, that push, that looked a little weird to me.
I guess he felt he had to push before tier 3 and thought that the Necros might work out well. He had an okay amount of skeletons, but just not enough DPS in my opinion.
Yeah. And there were a couple of corpses. He was kind of hesitant with a raised dead. Don't know if that would help him too much, but yeah, easy 1-0 for Spiral. This is what we expected. Just 2 days ago, you called him probably the best orc in Europe.
Did I?
Yeah.
I think I said that it's not so clear anymore who's the best orc. He's up there definitely in contention with Cash, who is, however, nowadays playing a lot of random and off racing. We're going to be seeing him as well tomorrow, but won't be casting Group C. But with Group D, we're going to be back in the evening hours. Map 2, what will we have? Last Refuge. Okay, this is going to be a much better map for NightEnd. This is really quite poor for Farseer TC Expo. This might be Spiral returning to Blade Master.
True. The map picks and bans, by the way, Northern Isles and AZ out for Spiral. So against Juan and against Side, recently Spiral was still playing Northern Isles. Here he vetoes it. Echo Isles and Terranas out for NightEnd. So this leaves us with CH, Terranas, and Twisted. No, Terranas out. CH, Twisted, and Last Refuge.
Yeah. NightEnd leaves Twisted in the pool. You know what? I actually kind of like that. Spiral is obviously a Farseer player, and for Farseer isn't that good, but we have seen lately that Spiral also can play Blade Master.
Yeah. If he doesn't have Murlocs against him, then it's definitely true.
Winner here will be going up against Hawk. Hawk versus Spiral, dude. That would be a sick game.
Yes. Hawk is watching our stream, by the way. Hawk, why are you not watching the official Russian stream? Isn't there like a lot more value with the analysts and all? Which of course we don't understand.
He's probably got both open, and he's spamming Crystal Ball whenever it suits.
All the Warcraft streams.
That emote is so cool.
Remo, people told me to activate better Twitch TV or something. I have no idea what they mean. I think we do have that, no?
Yeah, I did that a long time ago. Better Twitch TV and Franker Z TV.
Yeah.
We have that.
Yeah.
That's where the KEKW comes from.
Of course. How could we have a channel without the official KEKW emote?
There's actually lots of Twitch streamers who refuse to enable KEKW because it triggers them, apparently, for some reason. I love that emote. It's so dumb. It's perfect.
You love it so much you say it out loud.
Yes, I do. I even say it in real life.
To what? To like normal people?
Yeah. And oftentimes, even to people who don't understand Twitch and everything, just to confuse them. I say KEKW and I say POG in real life. POG!
Wow. Wow. That is
You
so
should try it,
weird.
Neo. It's a ton of fun.
Doesn't really fit my sophisticated conversations I have with everyone.
Did you have very sophisticated conversations the 2 days ago in the evening?
2 days ago, that was Tuesday, right?
Yeah, when you got hammered.
I was alone.
You got hammered alone?
Yeah. That was kind of a coincidence, though.
It accidentally happened that you got drunk?
Yeah. I You know, this ESL Microsoft broadcast was a shitload of work, and I wasn't sure that everything would be working, and there was a little hiccups here and there, but in the end everything was fine. So I was really happy, and I wanted to get a drink to celebrate how well that broadcast went after all that work. And then, you know, I was listening to some music and watched some concerts, and then I felt, oh, this rum and coke is tasting really good. Let's have another. And then the concert wasn't over, but the glass was empty. And you know, one thing comes to and leads to another, and then all of a sudden you're not sober anymore.
Yeah. Neo takes his rum and coke's pretty strong, by the way, guys. I think it's what, like 60-40 in favor of rum or something?
Oh, come on.
Didn't you tell me that? Did you drink it at least 50-50?
At least 50-50. Yeah, 60-40 is a little hard.
It's only a little bit more.
That is what tips the scales.
That is what tips the scales. Okay.
Yep.
I see. So, map number 2 should be coming up next year. What's Spiral going to play? Is he actually going to try to pull off the Farseer? Or is it going to be Blade Master? There have been some really cool Blade Master creep routes on this map recently. Going for a fast red camp creep, for example. I've seen that plenty of times.
And also the Knolls, who gets taken out a lot earlier than before. And Orcs are getting a little creative with their creep routes. I like it.
Yeah. It's exactly what you want in this matchup against Undead. You want to accelerate your heroes as fast as possible. If you find levels for them and good items, they can be crazy strong in the late game. But they do require a bit of farming time. Kind of like an anti-mage. Dude, did you see it in the compendium thingy in the battle pass? They have the new anti-mage persona.
I have no idea what that means.
You know, check out the new TI-10 battle pass thing.
I uninstalled Dota a long time ago when I got wrecked in a game with you, and I didn't reinstall it. So what am I supposed to do with the battle pass?
Yeah, didn't buy the battle pass either. I haven't played Dota in a long time. But TI is so hype. I want to see what they're doing. I want to see what their PR is. I want to see what they got planned.
I don't even know what a persona is.
A persona is not just a different skin that the anti-mage looks different, but they, for example, have a female anti-mage now, so they have a anti-mage gender bender.
Following the footsteps of the so successful Warcraft 3 Reforged.
They were not the first to do it. And for example, before that, they had the Child Invoker cosplay, or not cosplay, but persona, where he was a little student trying to learn the magical arts. And yeah, they have a lot of new personas now. And they make big money.
Yeah, I saw. It's already at like 8.5 million or something. So
10 million.
We have a Warcraft game here to our hands. We have NightEnd with the DK opening once again with Ted Fiends. On the other side, it is again the Farseer.
All right. Despite the map. Reason this map is worse for Farseer is because you can't creep level 3 too easily. DK can harass you really well. And as we saw on Concealed, level 3 Farseer early, easily done with just 2 grunts, was able to dominate that mid game really heavily. NightEnd this time should certainly be attempting to be more aggressive in his approach to prevent level 3 Farseer a little bit more. Of course, you want to level your DK as well, but can't allow level 3 Farseer so easily. Especially here, where if you do play aggressively, Farseer will have a tough time. When you have Farseer creeping, that means you have wolves to use, that means you have normal damage, and they are most effective against creeps with medium armor. And there certainly are a lot of medium armor creeps on the map, but there are also a lot of heavy armor creeps on the map, against which the wolves don't do so well. Plus, there's lots of ensnares flying everywhere, so not the best map for a Farseer to creep. However, at least the expansion is easy to creep. And of course, the expansion will have to be crept sooner or later, and we'll be seeing Spiral trying to get to 2 bases.
Yeah, this time the DK is scouting for it. He was blasting through his mana, but thank God he had the reju potion. So will we see that 28 supply, 26 supply expo again? Tier 2 has started. Resources are really low,
A player's
and
forces are under
Murloc's
attack.
first. DK trying to steal some of them while attacking at the same time. While oh, okay, I was about to say like creeping at the same time. Well, it was just a skeleton. Wolves and grunts sent to the DK to cause a little damage while there's no aura. Farsi are taking the left-hand side of the map now. It's already delaying the hero a lot more than on map 1.
Farseer could go top left now and creep the enemy natural away. Wait, on the high ground? Huh? Can you creep the lab?
No.
That looks quite ambitious.
A player's forces
I wasn't sure either. He has perfect vision, so you should be able to estimate what's best. Now it's time for the expansion. Okay, he knows that there's no coil anymore. So maybe that's why.
Yeah. DK is scouting things out, can come in with a couple of right clicks, but as you said, no more coil, so it's not really all that scary. Plus, Farseer has level 2, so now has his own Chain Lightning to make use of. Still a good delay here by NightEnd, preventing the further creeping of the Farseer beyond level 2 for a decent amount.
A player's forces
Why
are
is
under
Spiral
attack.
playing so afraid? Dude, just
I
creep
don't
this
know.
camp.
Yeah, I'm curious as well. I mean, he knows that nothing big is coming. The tech still takes time.
Yeah, this was not the best efficiency by Spiral. He could have finished this camp a long time ago. Good uses of the Chain Lightning. Prevents the steal with the coil. He was waiting for that to happen. And now the null camp would be his level 3, and that then does still all line up to be pretty good timing. Pretty strong timing. Because tier 2 is finished, TC is coming out. And the Lich. And the tier 3. No more Necros.
Right. Maybe Banshees down the road. The null camp will be grabbed as well. Again, poison on the grunts. So need some heal serves down the road. Expansion slapped down, but there's a sentry ward. Should be seeing this. The NightEnd knows what's up. Good grunt scouts throughout the entire game so far. So he knows exactly when to position where to be ready. How aggressive is NightEnd gonna play this
Forces
now?
are under attack.
Not much! Creeping towards level 3. This is time for the TEC, this is time for the expansion, and this is time for a bigger army.
Yeah, NightEnd could run south right now and cancel this expansion. But he wants to creep this camp first and then come in for a cancel. And Spiral could sniff this out. If he does, if he comes in here for the intercept, he will keep his expansion alive. Scroll the Beast, by the way. That's an excellent drop for NightEnd.
Yeah, I mean, once again, no dispel on Spiral's side at all. So the 25% damage boost are really, really good. Also some damage on the DK, so until the statue is there
Player's
and
forces
worked a
are
little
under
bit,
attack.
pretty much nothing to do. TC with Stomp level 1 uses it on the creeps. Let that mana regen work for ya.
Finally, the Farseer resummons the Wolves, now can add in a lot more pressure. And with the Speed Scroll, chases after the DK.
What
Chain
the
Lightning Zap.
freaking fuck? Spiral was busy, lost the TC at the camp. That was a little bit too much multitasking required.
That does not look good for Spiral. The early game was quite sloppy already with how he took the creeps and everything. Level 1 TC Tavern Revive. Level 1.
TC, Tavern Revive,
Tavern Revive.
level 1.
Level 1.
Man,
crazy.
what is this game? Coil on a wolf,
A player's
but
forces are under
Expo's
attack.
up, and NightEnd not really in a position to push this. Orb is ready, okay, but levels are not at all. Takes the next creep spot here, 40 supply. No tier 3 tech at all, but the Warmer is coming for upgrades and Kodos.
Yeah, TC needs to get a level 3 ASAP. with the green here and the Merc plus perhaps the next green. That should be enough.
Heal scroll stolen from NightEnd's shop.
A player's
Big
forces are
big
under
healing
attack.
on the TC as well. Destroyer upgraded 50, well, almost done. And an Acolyte counter expansion.
Really?
And Tempo. What?
Oh, that's so greedy. And upgrades. NightEnd, like, he's investing into everything but actual army.
Yeah, feels like he's playing Reign of Chaos, where the upkeep was at 40 supply and not 50.
A player's forces are
All right, if this expansion comes up and NightEnd is left alone for the next, let's say, 4 minutes, he's looking really good in this game.
Would you think it's very realistic that they leave each other alone for 4 minutes?
No, that would be a quite foolish thing for Spiral to do indeed.
We have Devotion Aura, we have a Mana Potion, we have Heal Scrolls. His inventory is looking pretty good now with the Kodo up. Feels like Spiral's getting into fighting shape, breaking
Player's
upkeep
forces
as
are under
well. Not sure if he scouted too well. I think he saw the Merc creep, right? He sent the wolf to the north not too long ago.
Yeah. He hasn't seen this expansion yet, but he must be beginning to wonder, where's your army? What are you doing? Why aren't you pushing? This is supposed to be a destroyer timing. What did NightEnd get from the big boy?
Cosman.
Medallion.
Medallion. Yeah, that's what it's called. We have a Pit Lord third for more damage mitigation. So Spiral won't do much damage. Kind of low on lumber. Upgrades with that far away. So far it's working out.
That one of the wind
A
is going to
player's
be real
forces
good.
are under
Dude, also Banshee training first before the first Banshee is out.
Oh, it's working out so far.
Yeah.
Spider should scan from the lab. Like, this is becoming very weird.
He got the Woofy. We will do the scan for him. Next red spot as well. Spiral is
Honestly,
allowed.
this is not looking too bad for NightEnd. Again, if he's got 2 more minutes now, he's gonna have a massive army. Could be a big item. Cloak of Flames! Oh my god, for the Pipper. That's crazy.
Yo, that's really good. Frost Armor and Cloak of Flames. Don't ask me how that's working out physically, but it absolutely is. TP home for the red spot, that's fine. TC would have been wonderful with that cloak as well. So taking that away and taking more experience away is always great. And of course buying more time for this expansion. The wolf finally confirms it. And the first Banshees, but he missed the rally point. NightEnd now at 56 supply.
NightEnd, when it actually comes to a big fight, is gonna have to split like a god, though. He has no Dark Ranger. He has no Impale or anything. He's gonna have to make use of his superior movement speed. It's not actually superior, though. Seems like he went for Death Pact.
That's correct.
Oh, Invis on the TC. First Stomp might be a big one. A biggin. We'd love to see armor upgrade on Spiral.
Slow on lumber for quite a while. Now it's kind of even again. Alright. How good can he engage? 70 supply for Spiral. And an insane inventory. Banshees don't have possession yet. The TC lines up wonderfully for that Storm. So no shots here. Chain Lightning follow-up disables the Lich with the Wand of the Wind. One Destroyer out. Dispels it now. Maybe a little late here. Statue taken out. And can he get the Revenge killed? One Raider, but that's supposed to happen. He's kind of surrounded there, lol. And the Grunt is falling as well.
Spiral didn't have all the units in his group. It's definitely sloppy. Again, this game is not played exactly perfectly from the Orc.
A player's forces are under
And NightEnd's got 64 supply now.
All of a sudden it's equal, yeah. Still a lot of items. And the wolves, that the acolytes, will be taken out by towers. What are the upgrades in general? We have 1-0 on the fiends. Nothing. Sapper.
Oh,
Wow.
against the towers, yeah. That's smart.
That's a long way for the Sapper, though.
Should result in 2 Spirit Tower kills, though. That's a great trade.
Let's see if it works out. Maybe getting the aggro with the Headhunter. Yeah. Ouch. Ouch. Absolutely worth it. NightEnd also supply stack engaging now with a little bit of curse. TC trying to connect. Here's the stomp. But nuked before, so he's down to 50%. Might be forced to the greater healing. Again disabling the Lich for the damage. Greater healing consumed. There's the stomp and almost no splitting here. It is the level 2 chain lightning, is it? Yep. And the Destroyer fault as well. And the Fiend fault. Oh, level 4 TC. That's level 2 aura. That's big for the TC. All focus fire on the TC, but he just walks out of that fight. New Wolf summoned. No Destroyer there. Almost no damage for NightEnd anymore.
Not that much damage on Spiral either, though, with all the curses. Level 4 now for the Lich. Has more Nova. Scroll of the Beast in the back. Howl of Terror on top. Every bit of damage here is severely mitigated. There's no more mining at the expansion, though. This blowing up of the stat of the towers was a really good choice. TC in trouble now, getting focused. Is there another nuke for him? No! With one more coil, TC would have bitten the dust. But he does survive, and NightEnd keeps on fighting with his heroes, fighting more and more kills. He's got the supply lead now, NightEnd.
Oh yeah, this Kodo falls. This one is slowed. More Headhunters fall. Long range coil. That was a wonderful end to this fight with the Scroll of the Beast. Jesus, 15 supply lead and Spiral is plummeting. How much damage could he do at the expo? Not too much, actually.
Yeah, this game is looking great now for NightEnd.
A player's
Insane
forces
hero
are
levels. 5, 4, 3 on 2 bases. Fiends a little bit upgraded as well. Banshees in the mix.
Feels like
This
this
game is
spell
horrible for Spiral.
Feels like this spell is missing, huh?
Against Banshees, you mean?
Against Banshees and Howl.
It's more like this army for the Orc. You need to be upper base. You can't, even if he has walkers here, doesn't do enough. His army is limited. It's only tier 2. It's only dual hero. It's also only so much you can micro. What can you do? You can use Ensnare and Stomp, and that's kind of it. And now the other has too many tools. He has strong triple hero. He has anti-magic. He has curse. So of course always doing good focus fire damage with the Lich and the Orb. Almost hopeless situation for Spyro. I don't know what he's supposed to do now. Maybe Zeppelin drops or something. But I don't see him winning a fight anymore.
Feels like in this game everything is possible. Both made their mistakes. I mean, we've seen Spyro lose a hero to creeps. This tells you a lot. Oh, claws plus 9, by the way. This Lich is at plus 22, speaking of lacking damage. Ring of Protection for the TC will help him against the focus fire. Maybe he has a little bit more uptime in the fights with that. Waiting for possession. No master training yet. On the other side, no tier 3. No transition at all, just a little bit more damage.
Spyro must be kicking himself this game. He's like, can't believe he just expanded. How could he just expand? That's so greedy. But that's what you have to scout for. You should have taken the lesson from game 1. Greedy expansions cannot be allowed. And now NightEnd looking to take this game. It's his game to lose. If NightEnd plays properly, he cannot realistically lose this.
NightEnd starting upgrades as well. 2-0 on Fiends. Mercenaries for Spiral though. So he is up there in supply again. But the heroes, they might make the difference. Level 5 DK, not worth focusing as he is so tanky plus Ankh. And everything else can be coiled and the Pit Lord has tons of HP anyway. 3 Kodo Beasts. Might be great against Abominations. We've seen the first one already.
Spyro has one more attack. If this push doesn't work, it's over.
It's no level 5 TC yet, but he's close. Maybe that is the winning move. But how to get there without a lot of losses? La 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 la.
And the thing is, normally, you know, against small undead armies, TC stomps and snare follow-up, lots of undead units die, and then you snowball really hard and you win the fight with the TC's mana. But how big NightEnd's army is now, I think even with 6 stomps, you can't kill the entire army in that time frame. And after you're out of stomp, then the undead comes slapping back hard. 80 supply for NightEnd.
Yeah, I think we can all agree that Chain Lightning 3 is severely missing in these fights.
Because anti-magic, you mean?
Yeah?
Spire's going tier 3. He's not putting it all on the line with the next push. Wants to get stronger. Wants to get Berserkers. Wants to get Kodo Aura. Maybe a Shadow Hunter, but I don't know that that would really be good.
I think you just get nuked. He wants to spell. And Spirit Link. Very, very, very limited dispel for NightEnd. Still. So Spirit Link alone will help a ton. And then Dispel on top, of course. But that will take forever.
A player's forces are under attack.
Making grunts at this stage in the game. That's kind of weird.
High upkeep. 88 supply for NightEnd.
Yeah, why not? All he has to do is hold on. And he's gonna be looking really good. Master Banshees. 2-0 Fiends. Spiral refusing to acknowledge that armor upgrades are good. Did I say Spiral? I meant Ente.
What?
I meant Night.
What?
I don't know, man.
Long day, huh? But what's he like? He's waiting for quite some time, right? He's not even going for Master. Web now expecting Wyvern. Waiting for the 100 supply Ziggurat. There we go. Oh, he has Master. Okay, sorry. 100% tech tree is his goal. Spider's just waiting.
It actually doesn't have any statue juice anymore. That could be a problem in a very prolonged fight.
A player's forces are under attack.
NightEnd is losing so much gold to upkeep now.
Yeah, I think you should move across the map, look for a
Yeah,
fight.
I mean, why are you going for 100 supply if you don't fight?
I was thinking a push was coming. It's not a bad call. The main expired. Poof.
Wolf sees the army. It's like, oh boy, that's a lot. 100 supply. It's the third army we see this week with close to 100 supply. After this insane game of Spooky and Joker on yesterday. I don't see a walk. Okay, I don't see too many walkers yet.
I need to put Spirit Link on this TC.
Yo.
Alrighty. It's go time, boys!
Spires at 85. There's going to be a huge fight. TC in the middle of everything again. Haven't seen the biggest stomps yet. Anti-magic everywhere. This Pit Lord down to 50%. Here's the stomp. But again, heavy fire on that TC. Still not level 5. Can't get the kills. Nova was used. TC stomps again. Needs this potion bad. What's he doing, TC? He had 3 potions. And just dies. Chain Lightning does pretty much nothing. DK is in focus fire, but there's an Ankh. It's not even that bad. Inspires down 40 supply now. GG. That was weird.
Yeah. Something that Spiral told us before, in big fights he sometimes loses the overview. That's certainly what it looked like there as well. The most glaring example of this was the TC going down. But there was more than just that. The Headhunter backline, which is the big DPS part of that army, didn't focus the destroyers for a really long time. They were on A click and they attacked the Pit Lord. The target in front, which has an invul, is backed up by frost armor and can receive coils. That is big miss micro. That in this game wasn't really responsible for the loss. I think even if Spiral micros that fight perfectly, he probably loses. The big mistake was not anticipating the possibility of a counter expansion and not punishing that when he needed to.
Yeah, that was not Spiral's best game, I'd say. I have seen him play way better. So, yeah, hopefully he can step it up again. Maybe a little tired. Maybe not his best day. Who knows? But now his map, Twisted Meadows, is coming. And there was this one certain game of Spiral against an undead on Twisted, Remo. Do you remember? Against Dowak.
Yeah, 17 minutes.
It is quite a day of long games today again.
Is it up?
I didn't get an invite yet.
And he was playing Blade Master there, wasn't he? Yeah, Blade Master in 5 bats. Yeah.
Oh yeah, Bladestorm and all, yeah.
Twisted, outstanding Blade Master triple hero map. Farseer TC, not that good. Can't really creep well with the wolves thanks to Purge. Big camps, scary creep jacks if the DK says hello. So I would expect a Blade Master here for our third map.
Ooh, switching things up, huh?
Possibly.
Was this NightEnd ever like a tower push player? Like surprise, run across the map, try to push an orc? I've seen this a bit more recently. A tiny bit.
Yeah, it's mostly on tier 2 though. In case you were pointing towards trying to abuse Blade Master early creeping or something. But the old school instant tower push with 2 fiends and a lit or something, man, I haven't seen that in forever.
Okay, told them I need the invite. You didn't get any either, right?
No, I did.
Or do they prefer you over me?
Reasonable choice by them, I'd say.
Absolutely ridiculous. I mean, it does take some time in Reforged to invite people. The events are really cool, by the way. They're sending us the map picks and bans all the time, telling me what's up next. Really well done. Seems to be a decent production here. By the team of Dread.
So we're in. Players ready. And we are good to go. Twisted Meadows, as some people call it.
Thank you, Maxomelian, for the 52-month resub. Remo's very grateful as well. He just can't express that very well.
Yes, thank you very much.
Wow, the energy, the joy behind your voice. It's just wonderful. So we're waiting for the Russian analysts who dissect the game to its core. Would really love what they're talking about. I think the casters are Micah and Abver, but who do they got for the panel? Are there any experts? I don't think I know them. Would be cool to have Puch there. It's Maelstrom that we got to know during WCG Athens, I think.
Really?
Yeah. Was
Who was he?
the Russian caster for Warcraft.
Ah, yeah, you're right.
And Woodush and Cake.
Kick W? Yeah, Cake also a big streamer. Who
Yeah.
sometimes streams Warcraft.
Really cool that they got this elite together. 7,000 viewers for group stage, also not too bad. 2,500 here, also not too bad, people. Thank you very much for tuning in throughout the entire day.
Yeah, we have a crazy packed schedule today. And, well, the rest of the week. WGL always in the early afternoon, and in the evening, going to be the Ultimate Cup and the ESL Open towards the end of the week.
Absolutely. All of that, of course, on backtowarcraft.com. And usually Monday is our day off, but Remo is sacrificing his free time for the non-smoking cup. I, of course...
for the good of the world, doing propaganda for no smoking.
I feel like it would be very hypocritical of me if I would take part in that cast in that tournament. So it's going to be Remo on Monday.
Precisely.
I mean, they offered me millions, of course, for that casting gig. But
millions of cigarettes.
Millions of dollars.
Rubles, maybe? Rubles? How much is 1 million rubles? Guess right now, Neo. Just guess.
Oh, damn. I really know... like, it's always easy to translate to Chinese dollars. Chinese money, polka dollars. But rubles... What do you say? 1 million or 8 million?
1 million rubles.
1 million rubles, huh?
Don't Google it.
Yeah, I'm thinking. $15,000? No, it's more, right? I'm really bad at this. $15,000.
Wait, dollars. Where's dollars? Oh, euros. Well, anyways. Where you go? It was 13,000 euros. Pretty close.
Damn, so what's it in dollars? If it's 15,000. Oh, no,
It's 14,000.
14,000. Damn, I'm good.
Typical for Mainz, all good? Huh?
I don't know.
I don't know what you're talking about.
I think it's your behavior.
Mm-hmm.
You know, your arrogant, selfish self.
What? I'm the most humble person ever.
We go into game 3, and I did not expect NightEnd to win a map here in this tournament.
NightEnd, you said it! Ha! Keg W.
To win a map here in this entire tournament. That did surprise me. NightEnd better than expected. Starting in the bottom left here, and Spiral. For me, the favorite, but with sloppy play on map 2 in the upper right.
So this is not a Barracks rock golem creep. I think Spiral doesn't know how to do that creep. I think he's just like, nah. Who wants to perfect Blade Master anyway? Such a boring hero. And is it Blade Master or is it Farseer? I still think it's Blade.
It is supposed to be the best opening, but it's also not that easy on this position. Farseer it is. It does work with wolves as well, right?
The trap?
Yeah.
I haven't seen it before, but I guess it should be able to. You should be able to pull it off. But there's no building trap here, so not this game.
Yeah, I mean, just because he goes Farseer doesn't mean he couldn't go for this. But
would have needed to build his base differently though. So Farseer gonna be scouted here pretty soon by the Acolyte. Twisted Meadows, lots of creeps to go around, but the ironic thing is, especially in the early game, they're too hard to actually creep. Especially goes for Night Elf against Undead oftentimes. Those of you who were watching earlier today saw that in Lawlight versus 120, where he got smashed! Couldn't even creep the first camp.
Just a question from chat as we are in the early game. How will the WGL participants be chosen outside the WGL qualifier? I think there's like one last chance qualifier tournament something, and there's supposed to be a Western qualifier as well, but I don't have any news on that yet. That is a little bit of an iffy topic right now.
The players' forces are under attack.
Yeah, TH. He needs a lot more points to be able to qualify.
You can just step it up in the wild card, right?
Yeah, or in the qualifier. Today he took a big step in that direction as he made it into the next group stage.
Thank you, Musvek Aquarium klingelt with the prime sub for the 29th time. Much love!
Thank you! Once more grunts come out, Spiral should be able to creep rather easily, but the DK still hanging around, being the pesky nuisance that he is. The trick for NightEnd is going to be to find creeping of his own while still being able to slow down the Farseer.
Not much happening, huh? Low XP.
Forces are under attack.
No big action in the early here at all. As it oftentimes is on Twisted, and then things go crazy and explode in the late game. Due to better creeping and higher hero levels, etc. etc. Spiral getting trapped once again. We've seen this before, but not possible to punish this for NightEnd.
.25 experience. That's all we have so far.
Attack.
Yeah.
Ooh, but now Spire wants to go for the Merc camp. That's an Orc favorite. During nighttime, pull out the Mercs. Go for the Berserker. Get 2 items. Get level 2. How about he's feeling? Not very sure about that.
Yeah, with the DK hanging around all the time and the Fiends coming in. Of course, can't be coiled at Rock Golem.
A
But
player's
still,
forces are under
chance
attack.
to get that stolen and lose a lot of HP. He's doing the pull. He's getting a little more brave. Beastery and the TC soon to follow. Oh, he's supply stuck though. Has to wait for the Sporos.
Another sloppy thing about Spiral's play here. Not gonna be too much of a delay, but every second counts, of course. Throw the beast for Spiral, not bad at all. Once you take out the destroyers, it can be very effective. Berserker added also, and finally level 2 for the Farseer. And also continuing to creep. It's gonna be level 2 for him after the Gnolls. Lich coming, tier 3.
Pretty standard so far. No expansion for Spiral this time, so that is definitely different. Plus a
player's
way
forces are
earlier
under
War Mill compared to what we've seen before. Now this being Twisted, should be an expansion coming at the early stage of tier 2 then. It's not waiting for the TC to finish this camp, just creeps it closer to 3. Still holding on to that Scroll of the Beast. Can be very helpful as NightEnd is going towards the shops right now. Claws is good already, tier 3 on the way, halfway done. And the first raiders pop out. End snares only now. And this camp, it takes quite some time for Spiral.
But gets the level 3. Ring of Regen. Ooh, for the Farseer, it's actually really cool. As he should go to harass the undead right now, and then a bit of HP regen passively. Always helpful. DK Not yet level 3. Did find the Zoe mask though. In long games
Yes.
can make a big difference.
A player's forces are under attack.
Difficult thing for Spiral is he has no idea where his opponent is. So for the Farseer to actually find the undead army and be annoying is difficult. Indeed.
Well, worst case, you can always go into the base and summon some wolves there. It always works. Thank you, Doxon, for the Prime sub. And TC Creep solo. I like that with the Ring of Region, so you can tank a little more. And yeah, scouting is indeed a problem. Here's the expo. As expected, more raiders. No headhunter transition yet. Takes the Berserker forward. Flute again for NightEnd.
Embraces for TC also good. Creeping up steadily towards the level 3. Merc Camp creep might be enough already. And finally, Spiral has found his opponent. But now 2 statues are out already. The Lich has the orb already. So a Farseer harass isn't even that potent anymore.
Yeah. Huh. Interesting. What's gonna be the third hero then? Is it Pit Lord once again? Is it Dark Ranger this time? Will he go to the Crypt Lord?
A player's forces are under
Keep
attack.
an eye out for the production tab. Dark Ranger.
Lots more creeping. Alright, that points towards timing them. Silence the TC, or perhaps even go Dark Arrow and look for the kills. And don't take this super late with the counter expansion. Oh, the Kodo. If that one gets intercepted, that would be a big loss. Getting blocked by the peons. That Kodo's gonna go down. Does buy some time, though.
Okay. Force supply gone. First headhunters arrive as well. They were saved. Expo finished finally, but didn't pay off at all. And that's exactly the moment when NightEnd is pushing. Thank you, Wayward, for the 100 bits. Lich is not level 3, but damage is still good. He has 2 more Nova.
Spyro kind of wasted the scroll speed right there. But can still find a good engagement. Aggressive Coil Nova. Classic NightEnd move.
Good.
Ensnare on the Destroyer. Stomp. Not the greatest. Good splits there by NightEnd. Coil to heal up the Destroyer, but still will be getting taken out.
Once again, a lot of losses for Spiral, isn't it? 2 more grunts will be falling. The Destroyer gone is, of course, wonderful. Scroll of the Beast committed. Coil was there, but that was the last one. Aiming for that Lich Invo Potion. Last second. Just 1 second away from it. Destroyer number 2 falls as well. TP swap. And that is NightEnd with heavy losses. Once again, the Scroll of the Beast, hero of a fight.
Yeah. And the TC perfectly using his mana. Blast through the stomps and ensures a victory in that engagement with the supporting cast around him. Lots of headhunters. Could not really be turned into skeletons. Perhaps the Black Arrow first. Not the wisest choice. Perhaps Silence would have worked out better.
Now 2 heroes are low. NightEnd is down a base. 10 supply was the lead after the fight. So Spiral in a very good position now. Got the XP lead back. Got paired the Vitality and Ring on the DK. That's not too great. And now the gold difference is swinging heavily in Spiral's favor. With that, he can invest into Invis potions and look for some stomps again.
Would love to take the next fight.
Thank you, Tim der Krasse, for the Prime Sub. Du bist krass.
Thank you. Spiral's still on an upkeep. His army really isn't all that big. And the Lich now is level 3. That is a very powerful weapon against Headhunters. In conjunction with Dark Ranger, who now also is level 2. Spiral needs to go into upkeep. And now he does, finally. More Kodos, more Headhunters.
A player's forces are
Should
under
also go more into upgrades. At the moment, only 0-0.
Speaking of upgrades, NightEnd is going for Frenzy. Might pull the ghouls for an all-in attack towards the expansion. Spiral is thinking about the rat spot, but this is risky.
He needs to send the wolves out to scout to see what's going on. Or the TC, because he's exactly what's up. With his invis. Spiral not going, NightEnd not going for the red camp either. Then Spiral certainly would have pounced right away.
Here we go. Catching 3 heroes again. Wolves are bringing in the damage. There's only 1 destroyer. Oh, but these headhunters are a little out of position. Goes for the Lich. He really wants this Lich. Invo potion once more. Coil is there and much more mana to use. Stomp only hits the Dark Ranger. Really underwhelming. And now we have Burrow as well. Oh, but it immediately reveals against it.
Ensnare there on the Destroyer once again. Finds the kill quickly. Nice stomp in the back. Breaks out of the silence with the invul. Has to use the mana potion as well though. And somehow this Destroyer didn't die. Kodo's moving forward, trying to get off the Devourer. Oh, and they get 2 Fiends. That's a really big deal.
And this third one might be falling as well. Aiming for that DK. This is probably the fight for the Winnerbracket final. TC has no mana anymore though, and no potion, so it's time for Spiral to get the F out! Kodo survives this time with the Fiends in the belly. 60 supply for Spiral. Ghouls did some damage. No! No!
Oh my god.
No!
Oh, no, I don't think he is. Okay.
Ghouls did some damage during that fight. Well done by NightEnd.
Oh yeah, no reaction by Spiral. He didn't put them in the burrow at all.
And starting to run away in XP. 64 supply though.
A player's forces are under
Spiral needs new clarities, new mana pots, heal scrolls, invuls. He has the gold. Needs to get them quickly.
Thank you, It's Ridiculous, for extending your tier 1 subscription.
Spiral seems a little bit slow with everything. Why isn't he getting items? Why isn't he getting clarities? Why isn't he getting mana potions? Now he is.
No Banshees yet. Lots of Headhunters, 1-0 upgrades. No armor upgrades for Spiral. TC gets some mana back. Heal scroll, invul, mana potion as you said. 3 destroyers. That might be a little heavy.
Spiral needs to make sure to actually kill him off this time. The Ensnare focus wasn't that great by him the last time.
a player's forces are under attack.
He's aiming for that fight. Creep check on the Knolls. Gets a statue for free, but not much mana on this Farseer. This is not a single Chain Lightning. TC, level 4, lines up the Storm. Not sure if he's willing to commit yet. Gets a statue and a Fiend for free, that's big.
And so many Raiders, many more Ensnares to use. Ensnare on the DK, trying to go for the kill. Does have Death Pact though.
No TP.
Oh, this is... I don't know about this.
Such a heavy commitment, man. Okay, switches it up now. The TC is already at 50%. Still heal scroll, still invul. Should be fine. Invul committed immediately. Another heal scroll on the Farseer. Another destroyer falls. 2 still in the air. 48 supply only. Does he have another? Oh, doesn't even need a reveal, as there was another storm. Wolf still fighting against the creeps. But what's left except the heroes and 2 destroyers?
The statues. But nothing else. It's all about the mana now. If NightEnd has a lot of mana, then perhaps he can still fight here. Dark Ranger ensnared, surrounded by another call comes in. This Zoe Mask has been doing wonders for NightEnd.
There's only one more coil though. Dark Ranger gets it. Will the hero focus finally land on something? Heal scrolls. He's been through both. Nova on the Raider, so the lack of crowd control is imminent in a bit. There's only one Raider remaining. Only piercing damage raining down on these destroyers. NightEnd holding on, holding on, holding on. But for how much longer? The destroyers are gone now. The DK is getting blocked. Has another coil ready now. Might need it on that Lich. But again, Spiral fighting the creeps.
Takes out one statue now, finally. Seems like that one he should have been able to get a lot earlier. But of course, hero kills are the bigger deal. Heroes are still standing. Heroes are still strong. 4, 4, 3 levels here. But TC hits the level 5. That's a level 3 stomp, boys. We know what that means. Ensnare, focus. But there's Death Pact again, and the DK might be getting out of this. Next Ensnare, though, with the Raider. That may seal his fate. DK dies to the spears along with the Chain Lightning. The first hero hits the deck, and that might finally be the game here. Finally for Spiral.
That little headhunted toothpick was it in the end. Oh my. Chain Lightning, we haven't seen it in a long time in this fight. He saved it for the big moment. Wasn't enough, but the headhunters were. DK back from the tavern. Huge investment. 15 supply lead and counting. Fiend falling. Kodo. Seems like it's surviving. TC not applying a heal self. Raider not controlling that lit, but the TC is back with HP, with mana, lining up for that sweet level 3 stomp. Decides to go for the DK once again. Gets that wonderful disable, and that is another DK kill. And that's a dieback right here, and that's the lower bracket for NightEnd, as he calls GG. And we get Spiral versus Hawk in the winner bracket.
All right, the favorite prevails. The winner we imagined would do it does it. But that was way closer than it was supposed to be.
Yes.
That was right on the edge for a long time. And honestly, this wasn't the greatest play by Spiral. This was sloppy at many points. This was not very well executed. In the grand final, in the upper bracket, he's gonna have a tougher task.
Yeah, and he doesn't have much time to fix this. Maybe leave the desk, go for a tiny little walk, but the next match is the winner's match. So we're gonna see Spiral versus Hawk after a tiny little break. The loser's match then is NightEnd versus TG Dubs, a undead mirror, which will be certainly interesting, the way TGW approaches things. And we will determine the third player in the playoffs after Blade and Neutron. It's gonna be either Hawk or Spiral, of course. And then we continue with the lower bracket right after. So we sent you into a little break. Check out all the links in the stream description. You'll find us on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, Discord. You can support us via PayPal, via Twitch subscription, via merchandise purchases, or the Amazon ref link. We see you in 5 minutes.